talk to you today about plant nutrition and plant health. I'm talking about what I would do with a typical grower of mine that I work with. We usually start with a basic soil sample, feed whatever crop we're looking at doing, whether corn, soybeans, or alfalfa. I'm going to talk mostly the corn today, but you can talk fungicides or whatever you want on whatever crop you want to do. But like I said, we start with a basic fertility program. I'm going to talk to corn. We put down our basic fertility program for corn. I like to side dress nitrogen. It's something we do here at Darlington. Customers like it. We have the soil types that fit it. So we put so much nitrogen down, we come back with a side dressing program. So when we get to the point of where the crop is now, where we're at anywhere from V4 to we're all at V7, V8 already. So most of the side dressing has been done, but there's still, in some parts of our territory, there is more to do. I'd like to start with, you gotta have a good, solid, chemistry program, control the weeds. I like to use a foliar feed where is necessary or people will let me. That goes on with the herbicide program, and we come back and we side dress the nitrogen, whether it's AMS and urea or it's side dressing 32 and thiosulfate. I'd like to get some sulfur on because it's a necessity of corn later in the plant's life. I like to do that, so that's something that I work with my growers on doing. So when we shift gears from that, from nutrition into plant health, and fertility is a big part of that, but we work into fungicide programs. And in every grower I work with, like to talk about fungicide cost, return on investments, we might say. I don't like talking about return on investment as much as protecting yield. For an example, let's say we're going to spend somewhere between $15 and $30 an acre on a fungicide program. Well, if $3 corn, basic math says we've got to have 5 or 10 bushel to cover that. Well, I really don't like looking at it like that. I like looking at we're going to spend $15 or $20 or $30 to protect the yield we figure we're going to get. So it isn't about return on investment as much as protecting yield. So we start off, and we learned this lesson 2 years ago with the tar spot. We were losing 50, 60 bushel the acre where we didn't have fungicide. Well, let's start adding up. So I'm a firm believer in fungicides where you can use them, and that goes with soybeans, it goes with alfalfa, but like I said, I'm talking to corn today. So with that being said, you can contact any FS crop specialist at any of our branches and they will talk through it with you. Thank you. How has technology changed our business? Well, I used to be a sprayer and an applicator, and I always look at the work that we do, the custom application that we supply for our customers. I think that's key, especially in my business, being in the crops and working with farmers and helping them, and I want to be out there to get the job done. 25 years ago, if I was running a piece of equipment, it was speed and pressure on a sprayer. It was foam markers out on the end. Hopefully I'm going to get 40 gallons the acre on that type of thing. Or spreading, you go out with a spinner spreader and you go back and forth across the field and hope that you're spreading 50, 60 feet wide. We've just come a long ways. Even in the last 10 years, we've come a long ways. Seed genetics, even in the last 10 years again, seed genetics have changed. 10 years ago we're trying to get, 180 bushels our yield goals. Now if we're not getting 220, 230 bushels the acre, and I know people's laughing about that going, geez, I wished I got that. Well, there are people that's getting that. And they expect to get that. And I personally think the seed genetics, especially in corn, have given us 50 bushels the acre. In soybeans, it's give us 20. Now that's a big deal. So.